All right, hey everybody, welcome to YMCA of San Francisco's Classrooms for All. My name is Crystal, and before we go ahead and get started, I'm gonna go ahead and take off my mask so y'all can hear me better. Oh, that's good. We like that. I was just outside, so you know how that is. And today, we're gonna be doing a S.T.E.A.M activity that involves the science of your heart and how blood pumps through your heart. It's all very cool. But first, I want to talk a little bit about the very cool person that did the very first heart surgery ever. And yeah, ever. Which is wild. So, that person's name is Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Say it with me. Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. Learn it, love it, remember it, file it away, because he was the first one that ever did heart surgery, which is wild. He did heart surgery over a century ago. Think about that. Think about where we were over a century ago. I mean, none of us were alive, really, because it was over a century ago, over 100 years ago. Medicine was not as advanced as it was today. So performing heart surgery was pretty wild. And to be the first person to do it and not have anything really to go off of is insane. However, he did have medical experience, so there was that going for him. So, a little bit about Dr. Daniel Hale Williams is he founded the first Black-owned hospital in America. Big ups to him, pretty cool. He also performed, as we know, the world's first heart surgery, and it was pretty successful. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. The hospital that he rallied to open was integrated for doctors and nurses to study and train, which was really cool. And on that same vein, see what I did there? Veins like you have in your body that pump your blood from your heart. Ba-dum. I'm hilarious. I know. Everyone at home, I hope you're laughing with me because I'm laughing at me. So, yeah. But on that same vein, this hospital that he rallied to open, Provident Hospital and Training School for Nurses, was the country's first integrated hospital and nurse training facility, which is absolutely cool and amazing and awesome, and we love to see it. He was pretty groundbreaking, like immensely. So again, that's why we're learning about Dr. Daniel Hale Williams today, because, you know, everyone should know who this guy is, honestly. So, I know, the question we're all dying to know, how did this heart surgery happen? What did it go like? How did he just one day say, hey, I'm gonna do a heart surgery? Well, friends at home, here it is. I'm about to tell you. Someone came into the hospital with a chest wound, and he started going into shock. Ooh, not good at all. And, you know, Dr. Williams was like, you know, he doesn't seem like this is just like a regular old surface wound. This doesn't seem like it's just, we'll give you a Band-Aid and it's gonna be okay type of wound. He was like, no. I think this is gonna take some surgery. And, you know, he did some looking around in there. And remember, this was over a century ago. So I know when we get like certain, like we go to our dentist and, you know, they might make you numb in your mouth if you have to like get a cavity filled or something. That's what we call, there's different types, but sometimes there's this thing called anesthesia. and that makes it so you don't feel as much going on. So anesthesia was not a thing. So without much anesthesia, our lovely doctor, Daniel Hale Williams, was able to look at our patient, see that he in fact had a cut on his heart. Wild, I know. And he told all of his doctors and nurses and everybody to come and observe and watch him as he sewed the cut back together on this man's heart as he was laying there awake. And he sewed them all back up. It was all good to go. And the man, after he was in the hospital, because recovery time was a lot longer back then, he was in the hospital hanging out, getting better for 51 days. He lived another happy, healthy 20 years after that. So that, my friends, is how it went. It was all very unexpected. Dr. Daniel Hale Williams was like, I'm gonna go with my gut because I think this man needs some surgery. And he did it. He did it, everybody. And so that is how he became the first person to perform heart surgery successfully. I mean, round of applause. Whew, I know. And again, that's what we call Black excellence at its finest as well. Just a quick shout out there. All right, so now as we have our background on who? Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, we're gonna move into our activity. For today's activity, we are going to need bendy straws. We love bendy straws. We're gonna need some lovely food coloring, or not. This is optional. You don't entirely need it, but it's fun to have. Some balloons, scissors, tape, a container, some skewers or a pencil or something else kind of pointy. Maybe even the tip of your scissors will do the job. And some wide-mouthed cups or a wide-mouthed jar. And we're gonna need some water in a little bit. If you have these supplies, great, awesome, cool. You can do this with us today or right now. If you do not have the supplies, that is also great, awesome, cool. You can get these supplies at any time, and you can do this activity at home with a trusted adult. And it'll go just swimmingly. We're gonna first take out our little container because we just want that to be ready to go for our little blood pumper, you know, just in case there's a mess. So we're gonna take out a balloon because that's our first step. And what we're gonna do, I feel a little surgical right now with my little tools, is we're gonna, the long part of the balloon, as you can see, this like little tip area before it like gets all bulby, is we're gonna cut it off. Hopefully these scissors cut through. Yes, 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 yes. Good, perfect, we got it, we got it. And what's gonna happen next? Hopefully it stretches big enough. Oh, well yes, we have our cup full of water. Stretch that out a little bit so it's like, it fits over the mouth of the cup. We're just gonna give that a little bit of time. We're gonna have that sit there while I take our food coloring, if you have it. I have some red food coloring. However, fun fact, if you did not know, your blood is actually blue before it hits oxygen. Food for thought. If you actually wanna have it be blue in the cup to really simulate how it looks inside your veins, because you know that makes sense why our veins are kind of like a bluish tint. I use like 5 drops. That feels festive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now that we got our dyed water, we're gonna see if our balloon fits. Hopefully. Oh my gosh. All right, so folks at home, the fun part about science is sometimes you have to improvise, and sometimes you figure out something or an item you have that you thought was gonna work isn't gonna work out the way you thought. So this balloon is just not gonna fit around this cup. So I have a backup container. This lovely little glass drink container that I had. So we're gonna see how it works with this. So we're gonna pour our little blood into here. And we're gonna put our little balloon on here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure we have our 2 straws out and about. We have the option to use a chopstick, which doesn't work to stab through, but whoa, makes a fun beat. Making a beat is not exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now. Just gonna make a little hole. Little hole. Yes, did we do it? I think it worked. Hopefully. Oh, yep, it worked. And another one. The sound scared me, guys. All right, another one. All right. All right, here are my straws. Here they are. Okay, we're in. And I'm gonna tape this side off. Because in a normal heart, there would be a lot of different ventricles connected, but right now we're just displaying one part of the system. All right, so we got one. And now we're gonna put this other lovely little straw in. All right, so the human heart has 4 separate chambers. This shows how one chamber works with its valves. What happens is the muscles in your chest like squeeze in, they like contract, and then the blood just starts flowing. And that's what our finger is gonna display as it pumps. So let's hope that this really shows a good display of that. Oh, maybe the hole. Let's see if this helps. Everybody at home. Let's see if taping down the holes to make it more airtight works. Good, 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 good. Okay, all right, for the folks at home, we have now added more water to our jar. We're going to see if this affects the results of our project to see if this helps with our blood pumping. Because again, all in the name of science. We love it when we have to try different methods to get the end result that we want. Am I right? Or am I right? The thing is, folks at home, I see it like right in the straw. Ooh, I have a brilliant idea, friends. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it less of a way to travel. Boom. All right, here we go. There we go. We got blood. Oh, yep. But in a heart, oh my God, yes, it's doing it, it's doing it, it's doing it. In a heart, in a much prettier fashion, your blood would come out of one chamber by a valve and move into the next chamber and be moved from valve to valve to valve and so on and so forth. And I also really liked how in this experiment we learned that sometimes we need to change up some things to see how we can get it to work and get it to do its thing like how it's supposed to. Because at first, you know, we started out with less water, we started out with a different cup, and we started out with 2 bendy straws. And now we have a whole different container to hold the water. We have a whole bunch more water, and we had to cut the tip off of one of the straws to get the result of seeing blood pumping from a chamber through a valve that we wanted. I hope that you enjoyed our activity today of kind of seeing how blood pumps through a heart chamber and valve, and also learning about Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, because again, trailblazer, and not just me that thinks so. By definition, this person is just really pushed medical advancement forward, and also created so many opportunities for so many people, and people of color specifically, which is amazing. So that being said, thank you so much for joining me for our STEAM activity and our lesson in Black excellence. And please join us at ymcasf.org/classrooms4all for more classes. We'll see you again real soon. Bye, everybody. Ta-ta. Farewell. Goodbye. Jazz hands.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. So don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.